All right, this is gonna be a video about my latest purchase. Lucky enough to get it, Metroid Dread. I was able to get it off Amazon. I had purchased it originally when it first came out through a scalper. I canceled that, got my money back. It's always great to get back at a scalper. Um, I was able to get it through Amazon. They sold it through the gift box. If you're able to get that, it may still have it. You can check it out. And I got it for the regular price. So I'm gonna do the opening of the Metroid Dread Special Edition box. Let's check out the box first. The cool box. You see Simon's on, almost like a knee, not quite the knee. Great design. You see the actual robotic enemy that's gonna be in the game in the background. Let's look at the back of the box. Love how the back of the box looks. Great setup. You see the protagonist in the background. Looks very good. So pretty much the game includes, let's look at it, includes the game, the steelbook, the art book, and art cards. So that's all included in the actual box. And I can't wait to open it up and check it out. So let's get into that. I'm gonna pause this and kind of go to the next section. Okay, pretty much I opened the box. Um, you'll see it in a second what came in the actual box. Has several things here. Pretty much I may leave a few things closed. Well, no, I'll open it up because I'm gonna play this game. So the first thing we'll look at is the actual steelbook. Steelbook is very interesting. Steelbook shows Samus and all those creatures. Steelbook is very nice. Kind of get into it. The actual steelbook. There's the game right there, Metroid Dread. The actual inside of the steelbook. Cool looking setup. I even like the box it comes in. It kind of shows the characters as well. So pretty much these are the actual cards. I'm gonna crack it open. Pretty much I'm gonna crack everything open. So this is I'm definitely keeping. So but let's get into everything. So I'm gonna pause it right here and we're gonna look into the actual cards and the actual book. So back at it. Let's go and show the box where the actual steel book and the cards came out of. So it kind of, you have to see the characters. It's like a cardboard box where they really etched in the characters of Dread, the actual robotic creatures, which is pretty cool. I like how they did that. All right, we're gonna go into the actual cards first. Then we'll get into the actual book. So let me set that up. That's the actual steel book, which is very cool. Very nice concept. I like how it glows on the green area, if you can kind of see that. Also have the OLED as well, switch, which hasn't arrived yet, but when that comes, you'll see that as well. So let's look at the card. So that's the original Metroid cover for the game Nintendo. I have that original Metroid. Let's see if I got, hold on, pause this real quick. All right, pretty much I was gonna look for that. I think I got it packed up somewhere, the original Metroid for the NES. I was gonna show that off. I'll show that in another video, but I have the original Metroid as well. So let's look at the actual card. Okay, this is pretty much just a card that's showing off the original Metroid's blank in the back. So that's the original card for the original Metroid. All right. So this is Metroid 2 Return of Samus. So looks like they're pretty much going into the actual all the Metroid games. Nice cover, almost similar to the new style, which there she's on her knee. So that's the Game Boy. So this is the Game Boy Metroid 2 Samus Return, the actual cover art for that. And this is the famous one, the Super Metroid. Super Metroid original game my brother had. This came out on the Super Nintendo. Very fun game. I remember seeing him beat it. I beat it. Very fun, and this is the most, I guess, pretty much the big time, thing from Metroid. So, Super Metroid, great game. Metroid, what you get with those type of Metrovania type games. Metroid Fusion. This is a throwback to the original Metroid done over for the Game Boy Advance. This game is super expensive for the Game Boy Advance. If you got it, great game, great little redo of the original Metroid Fusion. Most people know that. Little bit younger generation knows this one. This is their Metroid. Great game if you can get it. And here we have the final Metroid Dread. This is the game that I'm showing right now, and it seems to be a great and hard game from what I'm hearing from people. People saying it's fun, it's hard, it's I don't know what. You're gonna be dying, so get used to it. All right. So that's gonna be it for the cards. It's pretty cool to have that actual thing cover for the actual cards. A little shine on it. All right, it's gonna put these cards back in, and we're gonna get into the book. All right, so I got everything back into the original cardboard housing, the actual game, the steel book, and the cards. So let me slide that over. Gonna get into the book, Metroid. So this book, see what it is. I'm interested what they're gonna be showing. Is gonna be showing the game. See what all it's gonna do. I think it's pretty much an art book, just like the cards we saw. Okay, nothing on it first. I'm gonna kind of go through this Metroid, same as this cover. All right. See Samus doing a blast. Metroid. It's probably original art from the original, probably. So this is like all different type of shots and that's the original Metroid. How Metroid originally looked. Little concept type art, little art showing her. They always have that pose. She's almost on her knees or like she's ready to shoot something. All different type of creatures and characters in the Metroid Prime game. Metroid Fusion, all these type creatures. Some more of the creatures, the actual, if you know Metroid, you know who that is. All the different type of creatures. And you're looking around all the different creatures that throughout the actual Metroid game, the actual symbol. Oh yeah, you see weapons and pickups, energy tanks, your boots, your missiles, the actual life. So the actual thing. All right, this is a very iconic photo of Metroid right there. Kind of reminiscent of the of somewhat what they do now, Metroid 2 Return of Samus. So this kind of go into to Metroid 2 photos. Well, it may be. So this one they kind of upgraded, more beefier, a little bit different, same somewhat color style of the original, and it kind of goes into the creatures of this one. So a little bit somewhat different creatures, a little bit done up different. Some of them similar to the original, but this is Metroid 2, so they kind of changed up. So this is like the art book for that Metroid 2. All right, this is Super Metroid. So it's gonna kind of go into the Super Metroid. I like how it's paying homage to all the Metroids. So pretty much it's probably gonna be all the way. Hold up, before we get to that, another enemy. Well, the actual ship. So pretty much it's gonna show the enemies and pretty much show the restore of certain things that you need, as far as life, the new moves you would get from this certain statue, the missiles, the actual ship, the energy tanks, all the different things you would get in Metroid. All right, now it's Super Metroid. It's gonna go into that. Go into how the design of that Super Metroid. You turn it into the ball, the spin you would do, the actual gun. So this goes into, I remember these creatures, playing this on the Super Nintendo, the actual creature, the little Metroid that you kind of befriend, and in the end it actually helps you out and saves you, but it ends up dying if you haven't played that one, the Super Metroid. So this kind of goes into the creatures, and that's that creature that, if you know to the end, that creature right there in Metroid, Super Metroid, that creature. So it kind of goes into the actual ship, the actual beams used, the actual map. Kind of goes into that. All right, this time we're gonna go into Fusion. I don't think I ever owned this one. Heard so much about it. It's when they kind of changed up the color style, color scheme of the actual Metroid, and they kind of went with that with this one, the Metroid Dread. They kind of use that same color style. This is like your 2D Metroid, where a lot of its fame and praise came with this one for the Game Boy Advance, Metroid Fusion. So I know a little bit about it. Heard so much about it. Never owned it. It's so expensive for the Game Boy Advance version. Maybe it'll come to the Switch if it hasn't. I don't think Game Boy Advance has come. Zero Missions, Metroid Zero Missions. All right, so they kind of go in that. Samus Returns. So it's kind of combining those two. Great artwork. All right, you're kind of going into the actual artwork, poses of Metroid. When you actually see their eyes, you kind of see it somewhat if in Metroid for the GameCube. I remember playing that when you do it like a charge beam. Sometimes you would see your eyes. You see Samus. So it's kind of going into that, the actual Metroid. So it's showing her doing all her beams, taking out enemies, charging, uppercutting, showing the different creatures, how you can see from how they look now from where they came from. So this is Dread. So Dread, they're gonna go into it. So you can see the similar body style. I kept some of the original as far as the head part, but they kind of got the body somewhat fusion, a little bit different. But it's kind of like a play on the Fusion, but a little bit different. It looks more sleek, more muscular, in the Dread world. So you can see where it came from. You see where Dread into the older. So that's where it comes from. But this is actual Fusion, so it may you may advance to that type suit, or you may come from that suit. I can't wait to see. All type of designs. So this may play a part. You may switch from different suits. Maybe different suits do different things. So this is kind of showing a little bit of that suit. You may have different attributes, certain suits. So I can't wait to see about that. But that's her getting away from those creatures, those robotic creatures. In the pretty much concept, these creatures are pretty much too powerful. You can't beat them. I heard eventually you will be able to destroy them once you upgrade, but in the beginning, all you can do is run from them. So you're running and escaping these creatures that can sense you and all type of things. So pretty much here's the concept, like almost like the concept booklet for it. The little concept art of story of the actual Metroid. And you see these robotic creatures, how big and demeaning are they look. Like they straight grab you. Like if you've seen the E3 when they were showing the actual Metroid Prime, well, not calling it Prime, Metroid Dread, you would see how that creature just grabbed her and just slammed her to the ground and pretty much finished her off. It was showing that. So you don't want to go against these one-on-one. You want to run, slide, also even use a chameleon type suit that kind of hides you from their radar sensing abilities. And that's pretty much what it's showing. Showing the actual creatures. Almost, they look almost Egyptian. So it kind of delving into that Egyptian type lore if you look at the certain creatures and how they look. So this is showing pretty much the creatures, Simon's, the size difference in them. So obviously these creatures are way bigger than her, and you kind of showing all the creatures, what they do, how they attack, and how they look. So there's maybe even a boss on here they're showing a little bit that you would have to fight, and it's probably concept art of that. So this is kind of showing almost moves you can do, techniques as far as like kind of parrying, almost showing different stage art as far as you running away and jumping, different creatures, almost like this creature is electric. And it's showing it pretty much looks like an enemy beam tank, or maybe even an actual gun, but it like almost like a tank, like maybe a little weapon you get in the game. And this is the actual creatures, concept art of certain creatures in the game. And it's showing all the different stages and sights of the actual, it's maybe a boss that they're showing off. Different concept art and drawings of the actual boss that you have to fight. I kind of seen a little bit of this boss somewhat, kind of showing you how big he is and how he compares to the stage. He's just sitting in this lava and it's probably just doing all type of things to you. So they're kind of showing it, what he is, this big boss that's in his lava, almost like he's chained up with tubes and attacking you. So this is original. You always get some type of weapon or something from these statues. So you would get go to these statues, getting some type of upgrade to your actual suit. So these are always a staple of Metroid. It's like an enemy. All these type statues and creatures they're showing off. Like maybe some upgrades. So this may be a enemy or something you may fight, or maybe just a statue to give you something. So these look like all type of enemies. And this is showing like almost like a throne where this enemy who looks like big as I don't know what, and that's where his lair is located, and you see his guards, like it's maybe showing some of his guards, and this is maybe the main boss that maybe in the end. It's showing how big and detailed the stages of Metroid. Let's kind of go into it. Let's see what I can show you. Very detailed, showing you actual stages, showing how the type of life. It probably looks crazy on the OLED switch. I heard the colors really show. It's like another part of a stage that you go through. And another, it's showing all the different type of stages. You see life in certain stages, water, actual just almost machine type things. So this is really going through all the stages. Look what it looks like through Metroid, and bosses as well. Looks like these creatures that you may fight, or just concept art of ideas. Really goes into depth with the actual dread. I like how they're really showing off the game. And this like some teleporter thing, probably where you heal maybe or save. We will see. I love the concept or how they're showing certain stages. It's like almost like a robotic type lab or something. And it's showing maybe a save area or healing. See, like I was saying before, it's almost like some Egyptian god or creature that you're going against. So it's pretty much like the boss, like he's not playing. Almost looks like maybe, what's that Egyptian god? I can't even think. It's not Horus, is it? Maybe. And his guards ready to attack, and he's holding some type of power. And it's kind of showing off the stages, some type of platform maybe you can heal or get something from. It's like some type of supercomputer boss, maybe the boss of all bosses that you meet at the end. This computer that's running everything. And it's showing some type of chamber, some bedroom, some type of healing thing. It's like some thing you ride in the air almost. It's kind of showing some lava. And this is almost like a boss almost. Let's look at it. Some type of robotic platform. And it's like some type of station that you would go to. And something there where you would heal, or some type of animal that's there, or creature that's there that you'll meet. It's like some type pod thing that you would look at too as well and heal. All right. Looking into it. All type of art, certain stages. Okay, it's like a black and white drawings of certain stages and Metroid interacting with the stage. Almost showing darkness of the certain levels, the dark water cave areas. That's what it's showing off here. I see that plays a part. Some areas you may be going through water. Some areas you may have to blow something to let the water get down, so you can trickle down to open up other areas as well. And that's some type of tree thing, you know, something's up in there, light on. And this is showing like some like newfound vegetative place, cave, almost like it's almost like a robotic area where you're gonna find some new power. And it's kind of, it has different concepts of different stages. So you got this lava style stage, and like earlier you seen this vegetative stage, then you see this cave stage, you know, robotic. It's all type of things on this planet that Samus goes to. And you got the Egyptian theme. You see this, they all kneeling before this person, like this person is a god or something. And it's showing pretty much just different parts of stages, different doors, almost like walls, that doors that you need certain guns to shoot. Like in all Metroid, they have certain like beams and guns you would have to use to open doors. You can't just open all doors. You have to find a thing that builds your character. Then it's a lot of backtracking and everything in Metroid. So in Metroid games, you would find certain weapons. Then you could remember, oh yeah, I can use it on this. I was unable to go before, and you would go. So it's like a lot of life and everything in these stages. So this is like a boss or a creature that you interact with. This creature, like he's coming after Samus, and she's getting out of there. So she pretty much, you would have to slide through and trying to escape the actual robotic beast that the sensor sent off. So, and it's showing the actual beam. I don't know if you're pulling or maybe attaching to. Look like you're pulling something to create a path. That's what it seems like. And that's what it seems like right there. It's showing off. Showing all type of vegetative places in Metroid and different sea creatures. And you're seeing all type of platforms and stages. Okay. And the different balls look like, it's like the different balls almost different type of armor you would get. So it's pretty much going into the different armor and different, things. So this is, I guess, the new power-ups in the actual game that you need to be on the lookout for weapon, energy, all the different type things. Can't wait to see all different type of upgrades that are going to be in this game, Metroid Dread. So it's kind of showing off the move set and the power growth of Samus. So the different guns, drawing animations. So they show running, doing like almost like a charge attack. All type of beams and things you would get to upgrade the actual ship. And that is the end of the book. So pretty much what you get, you're getting the actual art book, which is a lot of, as you see, there's a bunch of pages, very in depth. You would get the actual Metroid Dread cards from the original Metroids, and you would get the actual steel book. Steel book's very nice, kind of shows that, and the actual container it comes in, the actual Metroid Dread, and actual back cover. I like the back cover as well. It kind of shows the enemies in Metroid, and it's almost the enemies has the eyeball straight on Samus, and it's a great thing that you get with this. So this is going to be it for that video. Very good game. Can't wait to play. Heard very good things about it. 2D Metroid game made for the Switch, and also great to see on the OLED. Really shows off the OLED capabilities. And that's going to be it for this video.